Good morning, everybody. I hope you're all doing well today. So, hello, Carrie and Barbara Ward and Carol and Christina. And it was interesting, Barbara Ward, when I just sat down, I heard the word election. And, sitting and wondering, allowing it to come over me what we would want to say. And I know those who talk about election or politics always say it's for entertainment only, just so everybody knows. Good morning, Cavell. So let's set our energy and then we'll talk about it. We're going to ask for Mother and Father to come be ever present in all our hearts. And we're going to call on the angels and all the masters and welcome those of the universe who come to study and to learn. And we're going to state our mantra together. I am the soul. I am the light divine. I am love. I am will. I am fixed design. All right. So you can ask questions as we go along if you want. I'm going to just see what comes. As we were saying the mantra, it focused for me on I am the love. So we must then contemplate how it appears this election experience of individuals, of groupings, are choosing to love us. For there are people who work in the world for us. So we must ask the question, how has democracy been for us? And how would it be without it? Well, I am from a family that came from across the seas and have experienced life and family and joyous times from living in democracy and being free. Free to choose, free to live, free to have a business, no matter who you are. All those things. So I think that's the memory, most importantly, that we must all have in these next few days. What has democracy given to you and your lineage? Now for me, I am a Social Security Medicare person, so I agree with Barack Obama. I worked hard for that, anticipating that, wanting that. And I don't want some young whippersnapper just because that's how he wants it or how someone tells him they want it, to just want to take that away from me. I want to be able to live in a home and feel safe. I want to be able to, no matter how they create the fear of it, we are going to all be able to eat and to live, and that everything on the majority will be safe. Things are changing. But it's going to depend on our own decisions, because that's what election is about. And then you have another election. So about the elections, Barbara, I would first and foremost ask for truth. And all this, I don't even know a name to give it. This twisted and fearful experience of trying to overcome another person is just not where I'm at. You have to discover if that's where you're at. There's a lot of lies that have been told And there's a lot of people that believe them. So we have to ask why their hearts are letting them give any credit to all these things that just are not feasible. But that's for each one of you to have in your own choice. That's what election is for. I can only share with you what it is for me. I've already voted. It was clear for me what I needed to do. And everyone needs to make their decision willing to participate in the results of what they voted for, perhaps. I like our world without this confusion. And I think the only way for us to come together is in our hearts and in our truth and not give empowerment to the confusion. If we allow it to make us afraid, that isn't what our path is about. It's about choosing freedom. You know, as I told you, that's Saint Germain's theory all along, and all of the masters. And that's how we've been here and lasted, and it's grown over so many years. So my thought about election is to be a part of democracy and be free to make our vote and know that it will be seen for that which it is. To remove the cloud of doubt. You know, doubt is just that. It's a cloud that does lie in the third dimension. But when you are really rooted and have allowed your light quotient to become very high, you can see it very clearly. So it's wanting your eyes to let you see clearly without an illusion. You have to look at all the things. What is most important to you? Now, I'm not a woman of childbearing years, but I would never wish that anyone in my family would have to be told what to do with their feminine body. I can't imagine people considering that. So, you don't have to hear me. You know, yes, I would vote Democrat. I did vote Democrat because I enjoy my freedom. And my concern would be if that doesn't prevail, but I am assured on many levels by many people, because I'm not a psychic. I don't ask for that purpose. That democracy will prevail and that we will all know safety once again and be at peace. And the more we grow, the more that will be evident and develop around us. So, where would God and Mother be on the issue is to know that you're safe and to be there for you. You know, request in your prayers for whatever it is that you and your family may need. And I know it will come. There's been too many situations in myself. If you believe, God will bring you that which you need. And right now, I think it's America that's in need. And it needs to have a calming energy. And we can do a meditation for it. But only those who can believe can join us. For if you don't, it won't benefit. You know? So is there any specific questions anyone would like to ask? I gather not. Okay. Yes, today's Happy Thursday. So let's do our meditation for the elections, and then we'll go on and see what takes us somewhere next. So again, we're going to call on all the masters in the hierarchy. And specifically, I see the Buddha coming forward. Mm-hmm. Lady Nada. Kuan Yin, who is riding her dragon to bring balance to the emotional level of all souls who are open and willing to receive it. And she rides upon the pink ray, the love. As I said before, I believe it is the love that will be the strength in this election. The love for self, the love for country, the love for how you live, the love for another, those you take care of. Lady Tara, one whose life has been devoted to relieving suffering, who has a vision of that beyond, and let's support her in her journey of creating a world without suffering. For there are those things that will change in this election. And may we ask for not additional suffering. And a greater healing. Healing of the heart and the soul, people. An awakening. And that they become awake to the vibration of truth. Awake to the vibration of alignment to God. Yes. May it be so. And as each individual walks to place their vote, let them know peace and that they are voting their truth and that they are willing without regret to live that which they've chosen. And may it be placed without anger, without disheartedness, but from a loving heart, an awakened experience of the truth. So as we see these powerful beings begin to move their energies along with us around America, from the tip of Alaska, not only to the Florida, but to the Philippines, in Puerto Rico, and in the whole, let the label of less than of anyone be let go, and we can all stand in harmony in the light of each other and move forward with a gentle wisp of light through our hair, that we are loved and that we love ourselves and that we love our country, our democracy. And I remember the strength of those men in the room that day. Saint Germain stood in the back and told them, just sign it. For that resonates so highly within me, the devotion he held for so many people in his call to freedom. Whenever you're around Saint Germain, it's freedom, freedom, freedom. And those of us who live here tend to forget. Lady Liberty stands there to remind us of our freedom. And if you were to talk to any of them that came to the island and got here in that way, this experience of this country is a great devotion to it. So for years, we have aligned to the Word, and may we find the peace and harmony and the hope through the lineage of all of our energies. As we always pray for peace. Peace deep within each soul, within the earth that lies within everybody. It is such an interesting illusion to see that we live upon the earth, when in reality the earth lives within each of us. And when we look for peace, it is within ourselves the answer lies. Possible to make changes to allow peace. So, maybe this be a time of celebration, that peace will be heard and seen, and that heads will be held high, and that we have fought for that which was and is our democracy, our freedom, for every cell of who we are. For all the years it's taken to get us to where we are. And so be it. All right. So, I hope that helps you have a new illumined thought about that which is coming. There may be some difficulties along the way, but it will reign free. It will. So, no questions here today from everybody? We've certainly had a most powerful week. From Jesus coming and bringing Mother Mary and talking about your heart was beautiful. And messages that have kind of been beyond, in my perception, belief, and very real to all of you. And it's been a very big blessing. So, yes, it's Thursday. Carol's asking you to please, hit the like button. Yes, don't forget, it's very important for the YouTube scenario that we sit in. And good morning, Cavell on Prime 3. Hope your brother's still improving. Marby. Very good. Yes, safety is a word I forgot to mention. It's just confusing to the extent people have gotten to that they go to for a lie. So may there be peace within all hearts, and may there be safety. And if you go somewhere and you're told not to, don't go. Because yes, God is with you and God is there and he has your back, but you must also listen. Feel the disruption in your heart and know it's not the time to be flitting around like it's an everyday. Soon we hope it again to be a very day, for it will. But safety right now is of the utmost importance. Nancy Castro. Good morning from Tennessee. Well, very welcome, Nancy. I haven't remember seeing you. And if you'd like to press the like button and subscribe. That would be great. And Barbara, thank you. That was powerful. We here in Canada love our freedom and stand for democracy too. What impacts America affects our brothers and sisters there as well in the whole world. And know that you're like a family to us. Do we understand what went awry? No. Most can think of what happened. But I believe in the American people, and it's going to all work out. It just is. For me, not in a psychic way, but I can see the future, and it seems very balanced in a different level of harmony. So, whatever level of whatever it is that's going to happen will, and we will be in the better of it for it. Most of all, don't be afraid. Call God in and let him walk with you if you need that, for he will. And we're going to ask him to protect all election places. You know, I talked to my daughter, and she was on Saturday going to learn to be a vote judge. She didn't really know what it meant, but I have heard that they're bringing in a lot of citizens. I talked to her for 2 seconds because she was off doing something with work. And she says, Mom, you won't believe what I learned. So I haven't heard, or I would tell you today. So she seemed quite shocked at what went on at that thing. But we'll see. You know, God's eyes see everything, and they're prepared. You know, we don't often think of the armies in spirit. There's Saint Germain, there's Michael, Douglas, I know himself. The 12th Dimension has his own army. So there's so much more than you know. Plus, there's a lot of friendly Arcturians and Andromedans that are all very embracing of all of us that will help. So this is why you need to relax. There's so much that will be done. So Prime 3 says his brother's doing good right now. He's having surgery tomorrow on his left side of his face. So we're going to ask for the highest surgeons to come to do that work. And in spirit, they will join whoever's working and work through them. And we'll ask everyone here to pray their highest prayer for Prime 3's brother for tomorrow. And I know it'll all work out fine. It's wonderful to see the gift that comes in the light when you ask for it. But thank you for sharing that, Prime 3. Yeah. All right. Any other questions? I have to get my people's names in my box here. Because we'll be choosing our free reading, healing, talking, whatever it is you want. Nancy Castro. Very good. We've had so many things going on this week. Let me see. Thank you for all your prayers. Virtual hugs for everybody. He's such a sweet being. Thank you, Prime 3. If we only had a brother like him, huh? Well, maybe some of you do. That's great. So, we had a alarm go off in my room today. And we both hurried in and didn't smell nothing, didn't see nothing. So he took it out of the thing. So I'm wondering if that's an alarm for a different reason, to really wake up. Let's all just really wake up and walk as if our hearts are open, but also with the protection of your presence so that you have no fear. You have no fear. I know when I've met masters over the years in Shasta, they say that, beloved, I am presence. Mantra you do 3 times has been tested. People who were shot at in a firing squad, it didn't touch them. So no matter where you go or what you do, it's the first thing I do every morning. And don't do it just to recite it. You want to see it formulate itself. You want to see the light come and the violet flame and all the beautiful colors around you. And so let's say it together here 3 times. And I think it's been on my site before. And each time you repeat it, it increases speed. So let's do that together. And we'll think of saying it not only for ourselves, but for the country. How's that? All right? Beloved, I am presence bright, round to seal your tube of light. From ascended master flame, called forth now in God's own name. Let it keep our temple free from all discord sent to us. I'm calling forth a violet fire to blaze and transmute all desire, keeping on in freedom's name till I am one with the violet flame. Beloved, I am presence bright, round me seal your tube of light. From ascended master flame, called forth now in God's own name. Let it keep my temple free from all discord sent to me. I am calling forth the violet fire to blaze and transmute all desire, keeping on in freedom's name till I am one with the violet flame. Beloved, I am presence bright, round me seal your tube of light. From ascended master flame, call forth now in God's own name. Let it keep my temple free from all discord sent to me. I am calling forth the violet fire to blaze and transmute all desire, keeping on in freedom's name till I am one with the violet flame. And breathe. Very good. I can feel that moving out around and through everyone. Yeah. And today is a day to be. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. There's so many things that you can do for yourself when it's times like this that, what's happening? Well, what's happening is you're awake and you're feeling the light of God and you're thrilled about it. And you know that He's there for you. Marby says, Amen. Yes, it puts a smile back on our face, right? Good things are going to come to everyone. Food will always be available. There will always be a place. For years, I've been told there would always be a place for me to lay my head. Do not fear it. For some of the deepest things come up sometimes when there's challenges. Don't let these things have any value or reality. Don't place those thoughts, because the thoughts go and they move around the world and consciousness, and hopefully they don't land and create. Instead, we want to create the truth, that we are the being of God, and we are love, and we are full of light. And that light can manifest. It can bring about transformation. We've watched it all happen within each of us. I know you have. So why today, this time of election, think any different? Of course, we're going to remain free. Of course, between you and me. So, anything else? So does everybody have that I am presence protection? I know it takes a while for you to write. I was talking to Douglas last night, and he's so positive. The done deal. That's what he says. The done deal. So take it to the bank. I said, okay, I will. And I think a lot of the others are all saying the same thing that are psychics on the channel. You know, I guess we're all ready for a big transformation in how we hold fear and how we choose to let it go. And Barbara Ward says, yes, she's got it. She says it daily. Very good. You know, there is a need to have a certain amount of things you do every day to prepare yourself for living the light. I had someone tell me the other day, he goes, I went a few days, didn't do my chakras, and wow, were they bad. You know, not always is it your patterns that sit in your chakras, but your interactions throughout the day. People can cord you. Anybody you touch places a cord. You just have to do the action to release them. And it can happen in a second or two. That's it. So I would check your chakras, call in Michael to clear your cords morning and night. And I would open those chakras and send them your light. And until you get that chakra moving to about 6 to 7 inches. The root, if you're very grown, you would have it out to about 10 inches, and the heart at about 12. So Carrie's saying, yes, she says it daily. Great. Now that's from the woman who's been almost everywhere in the world. So here she is. She's been totally protected the whole time. And if you're doing it like I say, and actually you'll walk with that tube of light, and it's real. And eventually then if you don't see it, your third eye will open so you will see it. And it's a masterful thing. All right, so I have all these names here. I don't have my little bucket. I'm going to make one. I don't know where it went. There we go. Tissue box works. All right. How's everyone feeling today? Good? Oh, there's still 8 here. So I'm going to let my pendulum pick today, since now I don't see scissors. All right. You ready to see who this week gets to have a healing with me, reading, however you want it to be. No, I don't do a psychic reading. I would do a reading about life or your issues, where you're moving. It's going to move a certain way. Okay, so the name that it goes straight over, I'm not sure I've seen her here today, is Kathy Marino. She might have been here a couple of times. So I'll contact Kathy Marino, but we'll do it again next week. And see if you can begin to feel the energy of God, that mother that moves through me. So, interesting, Barbara Ward. I never really knew you were from Canada. Good morning, Marby. Thank you so much. I think one day next week, and I don't know if it's going to be instead of, is the Buddha has been coming to me and wants to speak to you. I'm not a Buddhist, but I love the Buddha, and his energy is quite magnificent. And how he learned. I'll come right back. Feeling awesome. We did powerful work today. This was the fastest half hour. Many blessings, everyone. Have a great weekend. Thank you, Mother TheoSophia. Kathy. She's sending a message to Kathy. For after he did all those various things that, he went and didn't eat, sat in the rain, and all of a sudden a boat comes down the river, and he could hear the music being played on a guitar. And it came to him. You can't wind yourself too tight, and you can't be too loose. It's the middle way, which is the belief of Buddhism. And some little girl showed up and gave him a bowl of rice, which he hadn't eaten for years. So, as I say it, it might not mean a lot to you, but if you can watch the Little Buddha movie, you will get the grasp of that action and how, like Jesus, he has a whole following, and how that has become to live the middle way. Not too tight and not too loose. And where do you live inside yourself? A lot of people today, I think, live too tight. Well, and yes, we understand there are those who live too loose. But the middle way is where you find the heart that's willing to breathe, that's willing to receive and investigate, participate. And that's what we really want. We want to participate in our life, in our health, in our wealth, and in our world. And in that, we need freedom. Yes, as I'm getting back to that subject again. I'm sorry. So, I wish you all have a great weekend. I will see you Monday with messages. And if anyone's received a message and hasn't quite understood what to do with it, you can certainly ask here on the conversation day. And so some of them were very intense. They weren't like the messages before. They're more about helping you with your healing and your growth. So I'm going to let you all go for today, and know that my heart just sends love and light to all of you, and you will be a recipient of light for your listening. Thank you. Thank you so much. And I'll reach out to Kathy Marino. That's what it is. And we'll start again for next week. And I have to plan how to have it prepared ahead of time. So I love you all. And as Jesus would say, take his hand and let him go take you for a walk. And see what he shows you. You might be surprised. Perhaps there's that Moses would say he's guiding you to the promised land. Joshua would say, come with me, we'll walk into it. Kuan Yin would say, never fear. The power you hold within you is more powerful than anything emotionally fearful. So there's many, many messages for everyone if you really reach out to discover. And most importantly, God loves you more than you will ever know. And it completely continues to grow. And Mother nurtures you. They've given me the name of the nurturing mother, that I nurture those who come and are around me. So I hope you can feel that in that experience of sitting here with me. It'll all be fine. You will have all that you need. You need to ask from a heart space of truth. So, love to you all. Many blessings. See you Monday.